Here's me, with my footage looking like this, and yeah, that. But here comes Santiago, and he's like, wanna make it look like an actual film? And I'm like, yes please. So yeah, I did a little movie magic. I have to say, getting that film look with Dehancer was much easier than I expected. So let's break it down. So let's start with the input and the source. If you don't have a flashy, expensive camera like me, there is a good chance it uses a Rec 709, which is the most common color spectrum. But if your camera supports any kind of profile, you will find it here. There are plenty to choose from. Let's continue with the film section. I mean, this gives me straight up choice paralysis every time. I spent a lot of time going through each one of them, and after about half an hour, they all started to look the same to me. I ended up sticking with Fujichrome Velvia for its bluish tint, which I think works well with this footage. I just want to double down on this. There is really no right or wrong here. It all comes down to the final look you want and what you personally like. Don't be afraid to break the rules and create something unique. Who knows, maybe your look will be the next viral trend everyone tries to copy. So everything you are doing is right, but also wrong, but also totally right. Let's get back to the color grading. Film Developer is a great tool if you are working with a camera that's not on the list under input and source. And if you want to tweak things like saturation or color separation. I needed to bring a bit more life into my footage, so this really came in handy. By the way, I would really love if Dehancer has sound effects included in plugin. That would be super helpful, especially for quick intros like the one I made. Things like film rolls, whooshes and other cool effects. It would be a full package. You heard it here first. And as you can see, I'm not using lumetri scopes because honestly, I'm going for the look I want, not what's right on the graph. Even though the print is one of the final steps in analog production, I'm recommending to look at it a bit earlier in the process because it can seriously change the final results. If you don't end up using anything else, at least try this. It's one of my absolute favorites and probably one of the most common ways to make something feel instantly a film-like. Your brain just gets it right away. Yep, this is retro, this is film. But if you are planning to use it, it's a good idea to think about it while shooting, since it crops your image quite a lot. That's because 16:9 isn't really a native aspect ratio in traditional film formats. Now let's move on to what I call the final touches. These are the mostly just quick checkboxes, but trust me, you will want them on. Like film grain, film damage, halation, bloom, gate weave and others. And the most important part is that these aren't cheap overlays. They are generated through actual geometric transformations and local corrections, and it really shows in the image. And since we are not using a real film camera, we can mix and match those, like 16mm grain with 35mm halation. Not possible in the real world, but here it's totally fine, and that's the beauty of it. Just don't go overboard. A film look isn't just maxed out grain and halation, right? But as a general rule, the bigger the film format, the cleaner the image, so keep that in mind. And if you don't like the defaults, no worries, there is always a custom option where you can dial in every setting exactly how you want. Even if it doesn't sound like it from my voice, I'm genuinely excited. What used to take me hours, I can now do just in few clicks, and honestly, it looks pretty great. Let's roll the final clip one more time. And yeah, it really is that quick and easy. I just talk super slow, that's why it feels like it takes forever. But on the flip side, there are tons of settings to dive into if you want full control and know what you are doing. So whether you're chasing that film vibe or doing your own thing, this plugin's got you covered.